Today's video is made possible by our friends at Simply Safe. Welcome back, brothers, to the shop. In today's video, we are going to be mounting up the Wilton bullet vise on the new bench. I got a beautiful piece of Doug fir over here. This is from the old sawmill. This is a full dimension 4x4 that we'll use for a good solid foundation for that vise. But we're going to do something a little special with it. We're going to try to make it look a little bit interesting. Also, you guys recommended the Roto Hammer. This is the new DeWalt Atomic, and we will be trying this today and see if it doesn't tear through concrete like you all told me it will. I'm going to mount the Wilton where it was on the butcher block, but we can't use that custom post that I built last time because it's going to be too short. I raised the bench up to counter height, or bar height, I guess it is. And there we have it. I thought about adding on to this, but I think what we'll do is we're going to build one that's going to be really solid right here, right out of fir, and just go straight down, bolted to the concrete. The boost block is anchored to a ledger on the back side, and I've got some temporary sawhorses holding it. So I want to make sure that we're exactly flat before we cut the length. We're going to want our vise post to be 39 7/16. If we could find a clear piece between these knots, there's a knot there and one here. Oh, that cleaned up nice. Well, here's the after. It's incredible the difference a plane makes. Here's the before. A little rough and woolly there from the sawmill. Inevitably, someone asks, why do all this by hand? Why not just break out the belt sander? Mrs. W likes my shoulders when I do this, but lots of reasons. Fitness is one of them. You know, I don't go to a gym. I don't have time for that or want to do it at all. So an opportunity to do things like this keeps your body strong. But maybe more importantly is just understanding how to do it. Because not everything is about faster. And I'd argue sometimes the old tools are faster when you fool around with getting power to them and such. We've talked about that. But to have these skills and to at least have a cursory understanding so that if you needed to, you could build something anywhere, off-grid, no power, you're not dependent upon anything. You know, these tools have stood the test of time. They're still relevant today. But there's very few men that know how to use them. And I'm not saying I'm any sort of master. I just want to have a level of competency. Plus, I enjoy it. Since this post is going to be right up against my knees, I'm going to put a chamfer or a flute on it. Well, I haven't done this before today, but I think the proper way to do it is with a draw knife. I think that is it, gentlemen. Shall we try it on? Did you miss the cart? I haven't. Okay. Oh, that looks good. I see a lot of guys bolt their vices directly to a bench, and sometimes if you have cabinets, that's the only option you have. I don't like it. I don't like a vise that you can't reef on and pound on, because a lot of them have anvils on the back that you can use when you're needing to set something or need a solid base. And having that wiggling around on a flimsy top is unacceptable. So if you haven't done it already, put yourself in a post there and bolt it right down. That'll transfer that load when you hit on it right down to the concrete. Nothing's fancy. It's just a regular old piece of framing material, but those little details are everything. To me, it just shows that someone cares. The reason for it is my knee's going to be right there all the time. Work at my computer there sometimes, and I don't want to swing in there with a chair and hit the corner of my knee and hurt my knee, and that's the reason for that. Plus, it looks nice as well. I've got a piece of scrap 2-inch angle iron that we'll use for a hidden bracket on the back side. So our 4x4 turned out, it's still basically 4 inches. So what we'll do is we'll cut this down to 3. That way we won't see it. And we'll need to drill 3 holes. Here's a trick my dad taught me. This is just an old piece of roofing shingle, asphalt shingle. If you ever have wood that's going to be in ground contact, meaning touching the ground, it'll soak up water like crazy, and it'll stain and just ultimately start rotting. If you take a piece of shingle, and this is true for decks as well, and just cut it about the size, I'm going to cut it just a little bit under of your post, this will help the water to drain off. SimpliSafe is a modern security system that you can install yourself. You can order it online, you can order it on the phone. They'll deliver it right to your door, and you can have it installed with no special tools in about an hour or so. With crime on the rise, it's more important than ever to have your home protected by a solid, modern security system. SimpliSafe gives you access to cameras that are wirelessly installed. You can easily put these up. You don't have to run wires or any special tools. You enjoy 24/7 monitoring from professionals that will call emergency services whenever you need them.
SimpliSafe on. Home.
SimpliSafe doesn't require you to enter into any long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time, and you can enjoy 24/7 coverage for less than $1 a day. Our friends at SimpliSafe asked me to share some of my favorite features of the system, and I've got to say the interface is really, really nice. You can start with a very basic system, and if you want to add on to it, adding cameras, smoke detectors, panic alarms, anything you want. It's just a push of a button. It can be easily added to the system in just seconds. There's never been a better time to purchase your own SimpliSafe system. We have a Father's Day special going on. If you sign up for interactive monitoring, you'll get 20% off of all of your hardware in your first month for free. If you're interested in ordering a system, go to simplisafe.com/Wranglerstar. Thanks for watching, and back to the video. Roof shingle is 1/16 of an inch thick. I compensated for that when I built the post. So, whoa, goodness, a little tension there. So I cut it a little undersized because I don't want to see it. So I'll just hold it back there about a 1/2 inch. Gravel side up. Now if water comes in here, that'll protect that and keep that from sucking water up in there. Shall we try out that new Roto Hammer you guys recommended? A little tight here, but that's a good feature there. See how far the bit is so you can get up close to a wall? That's smart. So far so good, but they all do that. All right, let me make sure I got it turned on. We got hammer on, going the right direction. New battery, 1/2-inch bit. My goodness, that's incredible. That was in real time. Yeah, I was not born yesterday. Well, gentlemen, that's it. It is rock solid. You know, this is not the vise I'm going to use for heavy pounding. I'll use the bigger vise on the metal bench. But for small stuff, like actually last night, Brian and I used it. We actually spec'd out, put together 6 Funky Town senders, and it worked really good for that, holding the reaction rods. And so it's nice, and it looks cool. And I'm rock solid. I'm happy with it. Don't know what I would change. All right, so next video, we have to figure out a solution over there. I don't want to have a post. I hate having more posts than I have to. I like to be able to roll back and forth without getting your knees into stuff. I think I have an idea for mounting it directly to the toolbox because there's some screws, some threads that are right there that'll be perfect for that. So we'll do that on the next video. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.